Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now, 23rd of April 2021. Have you seen the big butt yet? Now, before I get into that, what I'm talking about, have you seen what's happened to UK Column News? And I haven't seen any new episodes from them since last Wednesday. So, yeah, about 9 days ago. So I'm presuming they've fallen victim to this week's ban, like sort of Lee from Veritas, Vincent has suffered, and various others. It's hardly surprising because their last episode was with that senior nurse from the NHS really calling things out. So, if Lee got a week's ban for probably hardly anything at all, I'm sure they probably might have got one as well for that. Hoping they're going to be back soon. And here's one that's going to make you laugh. The big boss of YouTube has actually recently received an award for freedom of expression, I think it was. I mean, what a joke. She gets an award for freedom of expression when they're kind of shutting down things left, right and centre just from people trying to tell the truth. You couldn't make this stuff up, could you? You really couldn't. Yesterday I was talking a little bit about why it is so many people are asleep and some of us are awake and what the difference is. Some of it has got to do with watching mainstream stuff, mainstream news and mainstream TV and all the rest of it, which I haven't actually done for getting on for 2 years now. And the last thing I used to listen to regularly was Radio 2, and even them I started getting fed up with, about sort of June of 2019, and I haven't listened to them since. And I haven't listened to TV or watched TV for quite a long time before that as well. And the reason why, well, first of all their nonsense was sort of hacking me off, but the main reason is it's just all so negative, and you can't have negative input going into your sort of brain sort of 24 hours a day without it affecting you. So to save my mental health as far as anything else, I decided to switch it off. And to give you an idea of how negative they are, I'm sure you know anyway, but if you picture this, your average person, commutes into work, or they did do. They do a long, hard day's work, maybe a lot of negativity there, dealing with people at work they don't like, bosses they don't like, awkward customers and everything else that you have to put up with at work. And then a long commute home. And when you get home, say, 6:30, let's call it, you are going to be, because of all that, you're going to be in a fragile mental state. Psychologically you're going to be kind of down, and what you should be doing is engaging in something positive for at least an hour. Sort of playing with your kids if you've got them, engaging in a hobby, sort of talking about positive things with your spouse, sort of reading something or uplifting, listening to something uplifting. And the last thing you should be doing is watching a load of negative stuff. But what do most people do? They turn on the news first of all, and it's all doom and gloom, and they watch that for an hour, and then they switch on normally some depressing soap after that, and you've got all the negative storylines that go on in those a lot of the time. And it's just harming your psychological makeup, I think, which is the main reason why I just don't watch it anymore. And I think it saved me, and I'm not sure whether I'd have been listening to them and taking in all the sort of BS about the current situation we're in if I hadn't have switched it off. But you never know, I could have done, but I think it's saved me. And the only thing I really have to do with them anymore is I see as you go through the sort of YouTube feed, you see the sort of mainstream media sort of row of videos. And I don't know if you've noticed, but, and this happens as well when the news is coming on, or we sort of see a newspaper headline, and even when they're reporting on good news, which isn't often, it's because they do love the bad news, don't they? But even with the good news, it can't just be entirely good news, can it? They always have to temper it a little bit with the big but, I call it. You've seen the thing. What they typically say is lockdown restrictions now lifted, but worrying new variant found in Africa is a very typical thing of what they'd say. And you look out for it, and I'm sure you've probably noticed it already, but if you haven't, next time you're looking at sort of mainstream media and you're sort of looking at their headlines, you'll see it. You know, if they're reporting on good news, you know, good news, but bad news. So just one of many reasons why I've switched them off. I just can't be doing with them anymore, and I think it's a good explanation of why I think like I do now, and I just listen to, you know, more truthful things, sources, hopefully UK Column when they come back, and the other ones I listen to as well. So yeah, just a couple of thoughts there. Got to get on with work, finish this big job off now, but I'll be back later, and obviously tomorrow as well, with the everything that's going on with the weekend. But I'll leave this one there for now. Tim from Fair Play Now. Thanks for watching.